So it's pretty wild to just be in Palo Alto with a bunch of cubes and then a humanoid robot just walks past. We've made a massive amount of progress with Optimus in a short period of time, from someone pretending to be a robot dancing in a suit to a pretty hodgepodgey robot to a robot that is actually doing useful tasks in the factory today. So we have 2 Optimus robots in our Fremont factory that are doing basically this task, which is taking cells off the end of the line and placing them in a shipping container. And yeah, we actually have quite a few of these cruising around our offices in Palo Alto. So and I think we've got one major hardware revision, which should be done by end of this year or early next, and then we'll move into a limited production next year of Optimus. Limited production for use in our factories, where we'll test out the product, kind of, as I say, sort of eat our own dog food or whatever the electronic equivalent of that is. So, but I think like next year, my prediction is next year we'll have over 1,000, maybe a few thousand Optimus robots working at Tesla, and things are going to scale up very rapidly from there. So.
I was surprised at the fact that we had to develop every part of the robot ourselves, that there were no off-the-shelf motors, electronics, sensors. Like, we had to develop everything. We couldn't actually find a source of electric motors for any amount of money.
So it's not even just the efficient, inexpensive. It's like anything. There's not a
no.
Huh. So the actuators, everything has to be designed from scratch.
We tried hard to find anything that was, because you think of how many electric motors are made in the world. Mm-hmm. There's like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of electric motor designs. None of them were suitable for a humanoid robot. Literally none.
When you have a lot of cubes in Palo Alto and a humanoid robot just strolls by, it's really crazy. In a short time, we've come a long way with Optimus, from someone posing as a robot dancing in a costume to a quite haphazard robot, to a robot that is currently performing practical jobs in the workplace. At our Fremont factory, 2 Optimus robots are essentially performing this task, removing cells from the end of the line and putting them in a shipping container. Indeed, there are quite a few of these wandering around our Palo Alto offices. Before launching Optimus into limited production for usage in our factories, I believe we have one significant hardware change left to complete by the end of this year or the beginning of next year. As they say, eat our own dog food or whatever the technological equivalent is, and we'll try the thing out. In my opinion, Tesla will employ more than 1,000, possibly even a few thousand, Optimus robots by the end of the year, and things will only get bigger from there. The fact that we had to create every component of the robot ourselves shocked me. We had to create everything from scratch because there were no pre-made motors, electronics, or sensors. We were unable to locate an affordable source for electric motors. We were unable to locate anything that worked, so it's not even just about cost or efficiency. Everything has to be designed from the ground up, including the actuators. We spent a lot of effort to locate something that would work, and you would think that because there are tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of electric motor designs produced worldwide, there would be something. None, however, were appropriate for a humanoid robot. Absolutely none. You're at the right place if you're interested in the ways that robotics is developing and how they might eventually be used in our daily lives. We have some fascinating news today regarding Optimus, Tesla's very own humanoid robot. We're delving into Elon Musk's most recent announcements, which include significant hardware and software changes that will turn Optimus from a basic robot into a clever colleague. To stay up to date on anything pertaining to Tesla stock and developments, remember to subscribe and hit the like button if you appreciate the video. Elon Musk has given us some brand new information regarding the Tesla bot, Optimus, and it's creating quite a stir. Let's explore the latest developments and gauge what people may be saying about them. First off, Elon Musk recently gave the Tesla bot, Optimus, 4 significant enhancements. Here we're talking about significant improvements that will increase its powers and features. Even though it costs $220,000, customers are still waiting in line. Why? Because they believe that this bot has the potential to generate revenue. Purchasing an expensive new tool that promises to pay for itself and more is analogous to this. Now here's something to get you excited. Optimus has become more faster in addition to smarter. In comparison to the initial prototype, they have significantly boosted its movement speed by 60%. The type of improvement we're referring to is like going from a brisk walk to a sprint. Optimus now lowers its center of gravity by squatting, which is a brilliant strategy that accounts for this new speed. Better balance and increased energy efficiency are always beneficial, so this isn't just for show. However, here is the bit that may leave some people baffled. Optimus isn't at the top yet, despite all these snazzy speed improvements. When it comes to speeding around, it's still a step or two behind its rivals. Some prospective customers might question, is it worth it? Because it's like being in a track race and constantly lagging behind the fastest runner. With a significant hardware update for Optimus scheduled to be completed by the end of this year, Tesla is going all out rather than just making minor adjustments here and there. They are basically doubling down on the hardware capabilities of the bot. We're talking about joint point sensors, actuators, skeletal frames, motion joints, and even a whole battery overhaul. This is a whole development for faster and smoother movements, not just a small update. Consider Optimus moving more naturally, nearly human-like. That's the objective, and the engineers are working extremely hard to make Optimus more flexible and quick in many situations. They're putting a lot of effort into making sure that Optimus retains the human touch that makes it so special, even as it becomes faster and can navigate different situations or terrains. It's similar to teaching an athlete how to perform well in any circumstance without sacrificing their distinctive flair. Here's something that may truly grab your attention. The impending changes have the potential to triple Optimus's pace of improvement, so they're not just a minor improvement. This implies that we might witness this bot accelerating at a never-before-seen pace. Not to be overlooked are the hands. Enhancing Optimus' hand precision is a top priority for Tesla. Their goal is to perfect Optimus's handling and manipulation skills, which are essential for carrying out activities that people execute automatically. What does all of this mean, then? It's obvious that Tesla is committed to creating a robot that can perform activities as easily and effectively as humans, possibly even more so, rather than merely creating a robot. The emphasis on accuracy and speed is not only about increasing Optimus's productivity, it's also about honing its features to the point where it can be easily incorporated into many facets of life and work. Additionally, Optimus is improving with an astounding 22 degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom, for those who are curious, are essentially the number of ways that this bot can move independently. The Tesla bot can imitate intricate movements with 22 of them, particularly with its hands, nearly human-like. As a result, it is incredibly useful and versatile, capable of handling everything from opening jars to assembling complex parts. Let's now discuss Elon Musk's major announcement. In addition to continuing with the present model, he is already preparing some significant changes for Tesla Bot Gen 2 and is even giving us a sneak peek at Gen 3. That's correct. Gen 3 promises to preserve those 22 degrees of freedom while adding even more sophisticated functions. And there will be more soon. Tesla intends to improve the linguistic capabilities of Optimus with the next upgrades. Imagine a robot that is able to comprehend and react to complex instructions, as well as engage in more subtle interactions, in addition to understanding simple commands. Furthermore, Elon is aiming for global commercialization, which implies that these bots may soon be entering markets and sectors all over the world and revolutionizing how companies conduct business there. It appears that Optimus will be a sophisticated humanoid assistant rather than a simple robot. Imagine a robot that actively observes and engages with its surroundings rather than merely following a set of pre-programmed commands. Whether you're cleaning the living room or organizing your recycling, Optimus will be able to see what's around, determine what needs to be done, and just get to work. It is made to manage everything. The truly cool part is that Optimus will also pay attention to your preferences and daily routine. It's similar to having an assistant who recalls your preferred morning coffee or who is aware that you don't like your socks mingled with your clothes. This robot is more of a customized assistant than a generic one, since it will adjust to your way of living. Let's now discuss the operation's brains. Tesla's improved self-learning AI capabilities are propelling Optimus to new heights. This implies that Optimus will learn tasks, possibly just by viewing videos, instead of merely performing them. Imagine introducing Optimus to a tomato planting film, after which it proceeds to your garden and begins planting. We are referring to that level of learning. Elon Musk has lofty goals for this project, estimating that by 2026, Optimus will be capable of doing a wide range of jobs with little assistance from us in the form of setup or training. This eliminates a great deal of the trouble that comes with incorporating new technologies into daily life. That's not all, though, as there is also a significant boost being given to the software side of things. Tesla is releasing updates to strengthen Optimus neural network training, in addition to improving its functionality. You must register for these Optimus software upgrades if you're interested in Tesla's full self-driving (FSD) technology in order to keep everything in sync and current. Here is a sneak glimpse at what Optimus might be getting up to. Features like tracking emotional moods and even placing emergency calls if it senses health problems may be added in future upgrades. Imagine having a robot at home that does more than just assist with household chores. It also monitors your health and will notify you or even call for assistance if something is wrong. It combines the functions of a personal assistant, caregiver, and somewhat protective angel. Elon Musk recently revealed several revolutionary Optimus enhancements that are anticipated to revolutionize the robots industry. The capabilities of these humanoid robots are already expected to surpass those of driverless vehicles, according to Morgan Stanley analysts. Indeed, the robots will surpass the self-driving automobiles we have been discussing for years in terms of intelligence and capability.